What's happening, people? Welcome. My name is Anoop, and this here is Vedantu 9th and 10th English channel. I hope that all of you guys are doing good. Welcome, a very warm welcome. Before we get started, first of all, thanks a lot for all the love and support that you guys are giving us. If you've not subscribed to the channel yet, make sure to subscribe, hit that bell icon because in the sessions ahead, in the days ahead, we'll be coming up with a lot of sessions that is going to help you people out to, prepare yourself better for your board exams as well as your pre-boards. And I'm sure that all of you guys are going to this excruciating pain of not knowing what's going to happen in your pre-boards. I understand that, we've all been there. So here are some of the tips. Trust me guys, these are things that you've already heard. It's not something that I wouldn't say anything is magical or anything is out of the world, but these are things, if you follow it religiously without compromising, then yes, you guys will ace your board exams and your pre-boards with these 4 special tips. So once again, without wasting any more time, this is Anoop. Welcome, let's get started. Now, you guys already know that your exams are way ahead, right? You know that. Be aware of this fact. Be aware of it. Constantly remind yourself that you have a couple of days to make sure that you do the best. Don't postpone. Don't think that I'll do it tomorrow or the day after or the day after that. That is not going to help anyone. So stop procrastinating. Make sure that you remind yourself that your exams are coming up. Make sure that you're mentally and physically ready. See guys, I understand that it's been 9 months since you've gone out, you've done activities and stuff like that, but yes, you need to start working on yourself mentally as well as physically. Go for a walk, play, in the sense, not games. I'm not talking about computer games or mobile games. I'm talking about go out and relax yourself. This is the time that you need that stamina, because you know that you have to sit in the exam hall for 3 hours. You need to think for those 3 hours. So you need the stamina, you need the mental stamina as well as physical stamina to sit and write your exams. So make sure that you guys are physically and mentally ready to give your exams. Ask yourself this question: are you truly ready? And once again guys, the answer when you're talking about it, don't the answer should not be that I want to score 80%, 90%. No, the answer should be that you want to ace your exams no matter what it is. Even if you're getting 50%, 60%, does not matter, people, because in your board exams and pre-boards, it is your turn to shine. It does not matter. Forget about all the naysayers, forget about whatever is going on around you. This is the time that you ask yourself that question: are you truly ready for your exams? And the answer every single time should be yes, I am. All right. So ask yourself this question and be physically ready as well, people. In the sense, go for a walk. It's very important that you relax yourself. Don't, because there's a lot of stress building up, first of all, because you've been staying at home for a long time, and on top of that, your parents are constantly telling you to study, and it's something that see, your parents are not telling that to increase the tension, but when they do that, it automatically increases tension. Subconsciously, it starts, you start building up some kind of expectation of yourself and start building this overall stress around you. To avoid that, start doing something. Do anything that will relax you, even if it's something like reading a text, reading a novel, or it could be drawing. Whatever it is, whatever that helps you to relax, make sure you do that. All right, people. So that's it. Let's get into it now. The first thing that I would like to say is this: as I started the session off with, do not procrastinate. The secret of getting ahead, if you want to run a 100-kilometer race or a 10-kilometer race, you have to start. You have to start from the 0th kilometer and then make your way to that 10-kilometer. You can't just expect someone to, like teletransport, telekinesis, or whatever that is. You can't just expect someone to, transport you from one place to another. There's no one for you to do that for you. You have to do it for yourself. Remember this, guys, you're the only one that is there for you. So make sure that you start studying. Don't procrastinate. Don't say that I'll do it tomorrow, the day after. Start today, because the more you say tomorrow would never come. Tomorrow there'll be something else that will come up. The day after tomorrow there might be another function. So when you keep procrastinating like this, when you keep saying that tomorrow, it'll never happen. So please guys, please get started, because there is no other way to go around it. You still have time. It's not too late. You still have 3 months left. It is not too late. Don't second guess yourself. Don't think that I know it's too late, I can't do anything. No, you still have 3 months time. It is still more than enough to get it done. So make sure that you get started. All right. So with this in mind, let's get into those tips and tricks. Trust me guys, the tips and tricks are not, again, it's not something out of the world. It is things that you've already seen, already, thousands of people have already told you this. You've probably seen 1,000 different YouTube videos also on this. But yes, these are things that is going to work every single time. So the first tip, read your NCRT syllabus, especially your textbook. Read your textbook. Before your final exams, in these 3 months, you should have read or you should have completed at least 3 times revision. Make sure that you read your textbook again and again and again, because you never know people from which corner they'll ask. You never know from which corner they might ask you this 1 mark question, 2 mark question, because you know about the 5 mark questions. You have seen the past year's question paper. You know what are the 5 mark questions, but the 1 mark questions and the 2 mark questions is where majority of you guys lose marks. And that is true for pretty much all the subjects. I'm not just talking about science over here. I'm talking about all the subjects. Make sure that you read your textbook. But in case of mathematics, you obviously have to practice a lot more problems than reading your textbook. But yes, you still have to read your textbooks, those theorems and all that. So make sure that you read your NCRT textbook. I am not talking about any other textbook. Don't, right now is not the time for you to start thinking about, those, those higher order, like those Olympiad preparation wala textbook and all. No, I am talking about your NCRT. Be prepared with your NCRT, because this is the time that you start focusing on your pre-boards and your boards, right? There should not be any other distractions. So make sure that you read your textbook. It's more than enough, guys. Your NCRT is more than enough, but you have to make sure that you've read it. You have to be thorough with everything. Even those, those tiny little boxes that is given where they give you some interesting facts and all, read that as well. Don't leave anything, any corner, any look in corner of that textbook they might ask you questions from. So make sure that you're prepared with that. Right? So that is my first tip. I know you've heard this 1,000 times, but it is true, people. It is true. So make sure that you do that. First thing. Second tip, make a study plan. This is high time that you have a proper timetable. If you haven't done it yet, don't worry. Take a piece of paper today, today itself, take a piece of paper, make a study table, make a proper timetable. Now, you have to make sure that in that timetable, you have enough time to study, enough time to relax, and enough time to do your revisions as well. All of these has to be included. Now, I wouldn't say that, I would say everyone has to follow one particular kind of timetable. See, everyone's different, people. I keep saying this. If you just take up your left hand, think about it. Every single finger has different, the finger rings. Your fingerprint is different. If one finger of your same body cannot be same as the other, do you think that one study plan would fit everyone? No, it's not going to happen. Know yourself. Know yourself. Make a timetable that is tailor-made for you. Don't focus on what the other person is saying. You can take inspiration from them. You can take tips from them, but make your own timetable. That is very, very important, guys. Again, it's not like one size fits all. It doesn't work like that. It's not a t-shirt. It's your study time. So make sure that you put in some effort, because guys, trust me, that is the best half an hour or 1 hour that you're ever going to spend. Because when you do that, everything else will fall in place. And make sure that once you do it, don't just ignore it. You have to follow it religiously. You have to follow it without any sort of compromise. Now, some of you guys might be good or might feel like they're comfortable studying in the night. Some of you guys might be comfortable studying in the day. Understand what type of person you are. And also I would tell you this, guys, don't study, even if you're studying in the night, don't go beyond 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock, because after 1 and 2, your body gets tired, and then you start to you start to what to say, lazy up a little. So don't do that. So if even if you're studying at night, make sure you wrap it up by 12 or 1. Make sure that you do it by 1. Then you get some good sleep. Or if you want to do that, what you can do is sleep a little early, sleep by 11 or 12, and then wake up in the morning like early in the morning like 4 or 5, and then do it. Because some of you guys want that pure silence, right? Because in the after 11 to after 11 or 12, your all the family members would have been sleeping, so it's complete silence, and people like to do that. Like for example, I'll just give you an example. My brother likes to study in the night, but me on the other hand, I don't like to study in the night because I know that I'll sleep off. I like to study in the morning. So understand what type of person you are. Are you someone who likes to prefer or prefers to study in the night, or are you someone who studies does better in the day? Understand that and make a timetable accordingly, and make sure that says you have to make sure that at least you're studying for at least 2 to 3 hours. That's more than enough. You don't have to sit and grind for 7-8 hours. There's no need for that. If you're able to properly study for 2 to 3 hours, that is more than enough. Properly, when I say study, I am not talking about doing your homework or listening to online sessions or watching YouTube videos. I am talking about you sitting with your notebook, reading your textbook, making notes, practicing the questions. That is what I meant by studying. So if you're doing that for 2 to 3 hours religiously without any sort of distraction, that is more than enough for you to get 90% and above. So make sure that you do that. All right. So now again, in that 2 to 3 hours, you don't have to sit continuously for 2 to 3 hours. In that also take, you can study for 30 minutes and then take 10 minutes break. Then again study for 30 minutes and take 10 minutes break, or study for 45 minutes and then take 15 minutes break. Whatever it is. Make sure that you have that proper breaks also in between, because you can't sit and study for continuously 3 hours. That is also not possible, because you'll again get distracted or you'll get tired. So have enough breaks in between. You can split it however you want. You can study 1 hour in the afternoon and then 1 hour in the in the evening and 1 hour in the morning. It's totally up to you. Or 2 hours in the evening and then 1 in the morning. That's completely fine. It's totally up to you. But you have to study for 2 to 3 hours. And as days go by, as you near to your board exams, as you go nearer and nearer, that is in the month of Jan and in the month of Feb and all that, try to increase it slowly. Try to increase it, because at that time you'll feel more stressed out, and you'll feel more like you have to you end up forgetting a lot of stuff. So it's high time that you start revising at that time. All right. And also guys, in your study plan, make sure that you have a proper revision as well. So this is what I used to do when I was in 10th standard. So I used to study for from Monday to Saturday, or Monday to Friday. I used to study Saturday and Sunday, or only Sunday. And that is what I used to do. If you want, you can take it as 2 days. I used to do only on Sunday. So Sunday, what I used to do is that I used to revise whatever notes I've made. So for the past week, whatever notes I've made, I used to sit and revise that. That's it. Nothing new. I'll be just revising what and all I studied in the past, and maybe practicing problems. So what you can do is, because I'm someone who's pretty weak in math, what I used to do is that I used to practice 5 questions every day. So whatever the chapter is, like start from the first chapter, start with 5 questions. Every day start with 5 questions. Slowly increase the number of questions. Make it 10, then 15. Every single day, make sure that you spend so much time for preparing for your math, especially because if you're someone who's weak in math, then you need to spend a little bit more time on that. So everything has to be properly planned, because when you have a proper structure in your mind, you won't go haphazard. You won't be like, I'll study for physics for 10 minutes and then go to chemistry for 10 minutes and then go to biology for 10 minutes. That is not going to help anyone, people. Trust me, that doesn't work. Don't. If you want to take some break, you can do that. If you want to take some break, you can do that. You're sick of studying for 45 minutes of physics, and just take a small break, study English. Does not matter. That is okay. But don't just jump around between subjects. When it gets tough, you go for that. That's what we used to do as a kid. No, like when you're studying physics, you feel like it's tough, then you go to social science, and when that gets tough, you go to another subject. Don't do that. That is not going to help anyone. Make sure that you have a proper timetable and follow that religiously. I'm not going to tell you what the timetable is, because it's totally up to you, people. I cannot tell you. There is no perfect timetable. Trust me, guys. There's nothing like ideal timetable. Only if you follow this, you'll get 90%. There is nothing like that. It's up to you. It's up to you. You probably have friends who study for just 30 minutes and still score 90% and above. You probably have, friends who study for 5 6 hours, 10 hours a day and still get 70 80%. So it does not matter. It does not matter if you study for 10 hours or 30 minutes. It does not matter. What matters is, what are you doing in that 30 minutes? What are you doing in that 3 hours? Pay 100% attention. All right, that is very important. Make sure that you do that. All right, so that is my thing, that is my advice to you people. Third tip I would like to say is practice your sample papers. Now your CBSE sample papers are already out, people. If you go to your NCERT website, you will find your sample papers. Download that sample paper and practice accordingly, because the questions that is going to be asked is going to be the same structure. You can expect those kind of, not the same question, but you can expect the same kind of structure in your CBSE exams as well. And yes, you have to practice those things, people, and take the past 10 years question papers, solve it again, religiously solve it. You can use the, I told you, like, you can do one thing, on Sundays, apart from revision, you can also take one sample paper and solve it, or do it every day if you can. Do it every day if you can. That'll be amazing. But if you're not able to do it every day, it's all right. At least every Sunday, make sure that you take sample papers of all the subjects and solve them. It's very important, people. It's very, very important, because this is no time for you to slack off. 3 months, that's all you get. You have studied, you have put in so much effort for the past 6 7 months. It is no time to take it easy on yourself and tell that everything is going to work out the way it is. No, don't depend on luck. Don't expect the exams to be postponed. Don't pray to God to make corona even bigger. Nah, don't do that. It's important that you start believing in your own abilities. It is important that you start doing what is meant to be done. If this was not the case, if there was no pandemic like this, you would have done the exact same. You would have prepared properly. You would have depended on someone else, right? So this is the time that you start preparing without thinking about all the external factors. All right, so practice your past year question papers. Take the past 10 years question paper, practice the sample papers, practice your exemplar questions. Practice every single day. There is no getting around it. There is no getting. Don't expect that if you just read it once, everything would just fall in place. No, people, this is the time for you to practice, for you to put your words into action. It is not the time for you to sit back and relax. All right, you will get the time to do that, but not right now. This is not the time. All right, the fourth and the last tip that I want to tell you is this. Exactly the same thing as the study timetable that I told you. Proper time management. Know what time is meant for what. Have enough time for everything. Have enough time to watch TV. Yes, spend some time on TV. Have enough time to play outside. Yes, have enough time for that as well. Have enough time for studies. Have enough time for relaxing. But everything should be properly managed. Make a proper timetable. The first thing that I want everyone to do today, let me know in the comment section below. Let me know how did that go, because that is the first thing that I want you guys to do. Make a proper timetable. There is no way around it, people. Again and again, I'm telling you, that 1 hour that you're going to spend is going to, it's going to save a lot of time in the future. It's going to save a lot of time, and it's also going to help you to do a lot better in your exam as well. So make a proper timetable and manage your time properly. This is, again, no time to slack off. This is no time to tell that I'm going to do it tomorrow, I'm going to start from tomorrow or the day after. That time is over. You have done it for the past 6 7 months now. It's done. 6 7 months, you've done it. Now it's time for action. Now it's time for utilizing your time, because yes, people, your pre-boards are very, very important. This is going to set a benchmark for how you're going to be doing in your boards as well. If you do amazing, super awesome. If you do bad, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. You still have chance to do it in your board exams. It's not going to be considered. No, don't think that that is the end of the world. No, but give your 100%. Think that this pre-board is basically like your boards itself. It is something that is going to set you up to to give you an idea, to give you a feel of what your board exam is going to be like. So keep that in mind and do everything accordingly. So once again, people, what are the 4 tips? First thing, stick to your NCRT. That is the first thing I would like to say. Second, make a proper timetable. A study plan is very, very important. Write down from morning from the time you wake up. Try to wake up a little early so that you can utilize maximum time that you can, because this is again morning time is a little bit more relaxing. So your all that all your brain has completely cleansed off all the impurities, all the things, in the sense all the thoughts and whatever have happened the previous day. So it's a good chance to start off fresh. So wake up like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning, and try to do a small revision. Your mind would be more fresh. You'd actually be able to remember things better. You'll be able to like there are days that you've realized when you're studying a certain topic, you're not able to, no matter how many times you read it, you're not able to get it, but the next day you study it, you easily understand it. So when your brain is more relaxed, you're trying to accept information better, you're trying to absorb information better. So try to wake up a little early. So again, from the time you wake up till the time you go to bed, make sure that you have a proper timetable. It's very, very important. Try not to waste any time, people. Try to not try to utilize, try to juice out all these 3 months, and trust me guys, at the end of that you will feel really, really good. But it's all about giving your effort right now. This is not the time to slack off. All right, again I'm telling you, please make sure that you keep it in mind, people. So again, make a proper time from the time you wake up. And again, try to wake up a little early, and do in the morning, if you can, study for an hour, because you'll also avoid getting scolded from your parents. Because trust me guys, getting waking up in the morning, and in the morning itself getting scolded from the parents is, it does not feel good, in the sense it puts your morale down. Even though you feel like you're studying for 10 hours, 12 hours, and then your parents are like, if you just play for 1 hour or 2 hours, they start scolding you. It's something that happens in every house. But yes, try to wake up a little early so that you get an early jump on the day, and also you don't get those negative vibes. You see your parents also start supporting you in a way that it's gonna only push you better. All right, so make sure that you do that, people. Study plan is very, very important. Third, practice as many number of sample papers and pass your question paper as you can. Very important. Make sure that you do it. Try to do it every single day if you can. If you're not able to do it every day because you're already packed, you already have a plan in doing other things like studying every single day, then that's okay. At least on weekends, make sure you practice all the sample papers and you pass your question papers. But yeah, again, think about it, guys. You have only 3 more months left, so think whether you'll be able to do it all at once, or would you be able to complete it all on time. So make sure that you do it accordingly, or you can do it like this, that take a certain chapter, for example light, look into what are the past 10 years question paper and see what are the questions that they're asking. Now most of the questions will be repeated because that's the pattern that CBSE has been following. So you don't have to like practice the same question again and again, but at least see what type of questions can be asked from the chapter and note that down and try to practice that on your own. All right, apart from that, people, again, make a proper time, have a proper timetable so that you can manage your time properly. Don't just waste around. There is no time to waste. All right, people. So those are the things that I would like to say you. And yes, people, relax. It's important that you relax. Stress is not going to get you anywhere. Stress is only going to bring things down. Say, people, I know someone, yeah, me. I'll tell you what. There was one point of time where I had my physics practicals, and I was prepared. I was totally prepared for it. I was in my 12th grade. I was totally prepared for it. But I was so stressed out thinking about what and all things could go wrong that when they asked for my name, I was blank for a second. It happens, people. It happens. And that is the day that I understood that taking stress is not going to get you anywhere. It's not going to get you anywhere. It's not going to bring you any joy. It is not going to bring you anything good. It is only going to push you down and down and down. So relax yourself. Tell yourself this one statement: one sheet of paper cannot decide my future. Tell yourself that. But at the same time, don't ignore that sheet of paper also. But tell yourself, don't think that it's the end of the world. Relax yourself. You are prepared. You are prepared. There is no reason for you to doubt yourself. You are completely prepared. You've been studying for so long now. Relax yourself. All you have to do is channel your attention. Don't get distracted. Channel your attention and practice. There's nothing else left. There's nothing else. You are prepared. You've been seeing so many YouTube videos. You've been attending classes. You've been reading a textbook. I am sure that all of you guys are doing it. All of them watching this video, I am sure that you guys are serious about your pre-boards. You guys are serious about your boards. You're already in the path. You're already in the right path. So relax yourself. Tell yourself it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Just calm down. If you're feeling stressed out, go for a walk. What I used to do is that, back like in 10th standard, what I used to do is that every time I used to get stressed or every time I felt like I've done something good, I used to go have a samosa. And I was a fat kid, so I mean, still fat, but still, I'm trying to say is this: whatever you can, whatever it is, whatever relaxes you, go ahead and do it, people. Go ahead and do it. And give yourself small rewards also. Like I told you, whenever I used to feel like I've done something good, I've done what I'm supposed to do. If you've completed if you've gone exactly according to your timetable, if I've done something good, I know that I've completed. See, every day make your tasks. These are the things that I want to complete. So if I've completed the task, I used to reward myself. Do something like that. A small reward. It could be as simple as getting a samosa. Simple. But do something to reward yourself so that you feel motivated to do the next task. First thing. Secondly, don't, again, like I told you, don't stress yourself out. If you want, if you're feeling stressed out, relax yourself. Go for a walk. Try to, go play for some time. There's no point in taking stress because that is not going to get you anywhere. Remember that, guys. That is the most important takeaway that I would like to say from this session. And also, guys, one last thing I would like to say is this: remember this, hard work is equal to success. The more effort you put in, the greater would be the yield, right? So make sure that you put in all the effort that you can from your end. Don't think about the marks and everything. Put your effort. Don't think about what could go wrong. Put your effort. See what happens. Whatever happens next is not in your control. Buddha is saying, no, be happy that when things are under your control, and be happy when things are not under your control. Because when things are under your control, you have the ability to change the outcome. When things are not under your control, relax, because there's nothing you can do. Let nature take its course. It's okay. So relax yourself, but give 100% of your effort. Don't slack off. Make your parents proud. Make yourself proud. And, see how everyone around you starts treating. All right, people? So it's all about that. And yes, as the saying goes, tell yourself, I can, I will, just watch me. All right, people? So repeat that. Tell it to yourself. The more you say it, the more you start believing it. And this is the time that you start believing in yourself, right? So tell yourself, I can, I will, watch me do it. All right, guys? That is it from my side. All the very best for your pre-boards. I'm pretty sure that all of you guys would rock it. Let me know in the comment section below, how did your pre-boards go? Let me know in the comment section if you guys are, if you guys need any more help from my side. Please do let us know. Reach out to me if you want to reach out to me personally. It's Anoop.Manoran. They put Abhishek Sir's email ID over here. Interesting, but yes, if you want to reach out to Abhishek Sir, this is Abhishek Sir's email ID and this is my email ID. Awesome. Alright, so this is my email ID, people. If you want, you can reach out to me as well. And yes, that is pretty much it. Thank you for joining. I'll see you guys soon. Take care of yourself. Stay safe. Do not forget to subscribe, like, share, hit that bell icon. Thank you for joining. I'll see you guys soon. Take care of yourself. Stay safe. Peace out, people. Bye.